It's the Caitlin
I should probably pick a card to pick. Birds. We'll draft of birds. Hey, good to see Shorekai in here. I fucking missed that card. I think she said it might be a Machi. Malchi. She thinks it's a crossbreed between a Maltese and a Chihuahua. Because it's got this, like, long, thin, white hair all over it. It's a little floppy. But the mom was definitely a Chihuahua. Anyway, that's just our best guess right now. Obviously, we've only spent like a little bit of time with it. Should we Fury? Fury it up. Fury's a good card. I don't think Workshop's gonna go with my Birds of Paradise very well. Ooh. Wait, hold on. The Scouring Storm Soul. Power and toughness equal to the number of lands you control. Can't be blocked by creatures with power 2 or less. Return this card and target land card from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped. I was going to grab Ancient Tomb, but let's take the new stupid card, huh? Let's take whatever the fuck this is. So Lumberjack and Storm Soul they don't seem great together. I'm going to grab the Cub and hopefully wheel Lumberjack. Oh, Vengevine's in. We got Graveyard stuff in. Do I want a Vengevine or an Arena of Glory? I'm taking Arena of Glory. I can't say no to Arena. This is value. This is great. Hasty Fury. Let's fucking go. Oh, shit, what up? Hey, goodbye, email box. Thanks for gifting us Sob. Congratulations to an actual hee-haw. Cheers. I think we're going to have some good-ass holiday streams this year. Did I decide to stop simul-streaming to YouTube? So I had some issues with it when I was doing a tournament stream the other week, and OBS is kind of finicky on whether it actually shows YouTube to do simul streams. So right now I don't actually have the option. It's just like not even on my my thing. On a future day, it'll like give me the option again, and I'll like fire them back up again. But for now, all I can offer is my apologies. I didn't mean to leave you all in the lurch. It's just how it worked out. There are indeed some holds barred in this cube. I kind of like Lutri in Fury decks, because you'll just always have a red card to pitch. Not the worst, huh? Not a bad little idea. A little Pest Infest action. Chariot. Too bad Chariot doesn't work with Arena of Glory, I almost like Delayed Blast Fireball. Kind of Fury-esque. Yeah, give me the Fireball. Isn't that a combo with Lumberjack? The Scouring Storms? So the non-bow is that its power and toughness are equal to the number of lands you control. So if you activate Lumberjack, you're going to have like a 2/2 Storm Soul here. You do need a land in the graveyard for its ability, but the ability is 5 mana and it needs to be in your graveyard. So if you're looking at this card and you're like, oh man, I can't wait to get this thing in the graveyard, have 5 mana, and like have the Lumberjack to put a forest there. You see what I mean? Like it's not really worth it. That's not what I would describe as a combo. Oh no, Cowbell. Cowbell will take their business elsewhere. Oh man, Tracker. Yavimaya. I'm gonna grab that Yavimaya just in case we get that Orc back. Hey, sup, Budgaboosh. I think the odds of me wanting Eternal Witness are pretty low. But I could see wanting Breeding Pool if I found like Time Walk or something to splash. I don't see a Lumberjack. Am I fighting somebody for red-green? Someone find a Minskin Boo or something, just like staring at my pile of medium red-green cards. And I'm not going to wheel any sweet Taigas and such. Does this require a land in the graveyard to rebuy? Yeah, it's you see the target? If it didn't require a land in the graveyard, it would say up to. Monstrous Rage is kind of cool. Town Greeter could be sweet if we ended up with that Vengevine, maybe, or help me find Cradle. I'm gonna grab the Rage. I'll grab Terra Sunder for the board, I suppose. The guide is interesting. A little gut action. Gut it up. I wonder if Prime Time is in the cube, if this thing's in here. Is Natural Order interesting? What about Discharge? What about Metamorph, I think between the Fireball and the Fury, we're doing pretty well on removal. I'm going to grab the Natural Order, just in case. Ooh, a little Clamp action. Yeah, there's Clamp, Noble Hierarch, and a Fetch. Fetches are pretty good with our landfall shenanigans. I'm going to grab the Clamp. Clamp it up, clamp around. Have any tea lovers in chat ever made their own masala chai? Oh man, I wanted to. Looking at Mox Diamond, Ignoble Hierarch, Headliner Scarlet. I think normally you would take Headliner Scarlet over these other cards. Mox Diamond would be better if we had Ren and 6. We don't currently have Ren and 6. I think because we have the Skull Clamp, the Ignoble gets bumped up a little bit. Grab Oliphant here. Some kind of Pitch Bolt of Fury. Your nipples are ornamental only. Oh, thank you for sharing. Well, Bloodbraid Challenger's a little sum-sum. Do they get, like all fine ornamentation, do your nipples get their due of compliments? Like if you had company over and you brought out the fine china. You know what? I'm going to stop with this line of questioning. When is Arena coming back? What are you talking about? I don't know, Might of Oaks. I'm not the Lord of the Cube. Though I can understand why that would confuse you. Yeah, something worth naturally ordering into would be pretty sweet. Gaia's Cradle would fit this shell pretty well. Oh man, love and seeing Anger in there. Love a good Anger. So there's an actual red-green fixing land, which would be nice. There's a fetch. There's the Verdant Catacombs, which fits my landfall card. And there's also Ursine Monstrosity, which is a heck of a card, heck of a bear. I think at its absolute best in red-green, so I'm going to grab it here and just never get a fetch ever. Just never do that. Oh, Appa's in, huh? Oh, a frustrating card. Can't wait to lose that one a billion times. Thinking about Firebolt. Thinking about the Soul Cauldron. The Lord of the Fjord. Yeah, that's me, alright. Odd little tune. Let's play the non-instrumental track. Actually, I'm going to back it up to some Richie Blackmore. It's going to change my mind like 10 times. A little Hex Drinky action. It's late Elspeth, in my opinion. Happy about the Metamorph Wheel. Little Inti action. Inti could bin that Anger. That was interesting to me. Was this a bigger, smaller cube update? I haven't read the article, I'm333. I have the article pulled up, ready to go through it. I figured I'd do a couple of the free drafts first and give more people time to show up before I went through it. These things go by pretty quickly because it's best of one. So we'll just be playing a couple short games. A little Chrome Mox action. New Pupper is exciting. It's really exciting. We're super stoked. Young Shaman. Just got past a Mox Ruby. Ooh, speaking of exciting. Oh, hey, new card. New card sighted. Katara, Waterbending Master. Whenever you cast a spell during an opponent's turn, you get an experience counter. When it attacks, you may draw a card for each experience counter you have. If you do, discard a card. My god. Oh, man. I feel like that's one that's going to be very easy to underestimate. And then you'll just get buried by it like once, and you're like, okay, never again. There's an Oko there if we wanted to consider a splash. We do have a breeding pool. I don't think I want it. I think I'd rather just grab that Safekeeper or something like that. Maybe in Wasteland. Oko does answer some problems for red-green. Specifically, being able to answer giant creatures is something red-green is just not good at. So Copperline Gorge is good early game fixing. The Multiversal Passage would give me another blue source for the Oko. Are we going to get a Puppy Cam? Very unlikely. Between the two of us, my wife is going to be like way better at bringing the puppy outside when he needs to go to the bathroom and stuff. Because she's not live streaming. But I'm sure he'll be in here on my lap. Plenty of streams. I'll grab Pyrogoyf over that Spring Heart. I think it's a bit late in the game to try Nottoing. We did pass Greaves earlier. Pyrogoyf's so good. Delighted Halfling. Or the Ketria Triumph, huh? Ketria Triumph lets the Oliphant get blue. That's kind of nice. Delighted Halfling also fixes for Oko and makes it uncounterable, of course. Yeah, give me the Triumph, actually. We got a couple Mox in. I think I can afford it. So Woodfall Primus is something you could natural order into. Not a crazy pickup. It just really doesn't feel like an Ice Till deck, does it? What we got going on here? I guess it could like help grow the Pyrogoyf and Monstrosity. Our land count is just very low. Very rare that it's not an Ice Till deck. I'm going to grab Haywire Mite for the sideboard. Does my wife also work from home? She does, yeah. Which is pretty nice. We have like almost opposite schedules, so it's cool that we can like bother each other over the course of the day. Good evening, Overvoltage. We have a lot of non-land lands. That's what I was thinking. Like, triggering landfall was actually going to be pretty hard here. It's probably not the best Scouring Storms deck. Oh, shit, what up? Hey, Firefighter 319, thanks to the sub, thanks to the 51 months. Hey, last pick Halfling. Hey, well watched, Overvoltage. Why is the sun already set? That's a good question. It's kind of dark out. I think what I'm going to do is cut Natural Order Primus. We just don't have much in the way of backup hits for the Natural Order. And it kind of kills me to cut the new card. But it just doesn't seem like it fits our deck very well. We're going to have like 13 actual lands in here. Oh, loot's definitely worth it. Yeah, good call. Yeah, I almost pulled the loot out when I grabbed the breeding pool early on to like remind me that I had it. Loot pretty good with that Soul Cauldron too, huh? Almost looks intentional. Just cut the Land Matters cards because we're not going to have any. Kind of looks like a deck, right? Should we just ship it? So you can see how we're actually like very good against small creatures. We have Lavamancer, Delayed Blast Fireball, Fury, Pyrokinesis, Pyrogoyf to some extent. Metamorph on Pyrogoyf is sick, by the way. But what we're really weak to is your opponent just like show and telling in an Emrakul or something, and Oko can answer that. Oko can be a path to victory. So I don't always splash Oko these days, but when it solves a real problem for the deck, I think it's valid. Should I be playing this Great Divide guide? Maybe better than Monstrous Rage here. And we could actually play... Let's play one more forest than this. Good old 13 land. Exactly, Octarium, yeah. And that doesn't change. You still want to, like, win the majority of your matches. In best of one. The majority of your game ones. Kind of an exciting opener, potentially. I'm going to upload the deck list, even though we're only going to be playing for like 10 minutes. These 3 best of ones. The Soul Cauldron turned out actually pretty good. Got like Grim Lavamancers and shit. Kind of an aggressive Oko activation, but that's kind of what I'm here for. This is the Holiday Vintage Cube, yep. Holds fully barred, yeah. The Spellbinder is so elite. I'm not doing Cube for Charity this year. I do not know the teams. Last year was particularly difficult for me. So it was like a very hard decision, but I'm kind of glad I made that choice. Obviously, I'm proud of everything our little community is done with Cube for Charity. I like this because now we can even get the Birds of Paradise underneath the cauldron. We can start turning food tokens into Birds of Paradise. Interesting. Not doing a ton this turn, but where I'd like advancing our board and all that. It's not nothing. Much less than 3 right back at you. There are certainly more sane ways to do charity races, is what I'm getting at. There's that too. Yeah, so they're just like all kinds of reasons. Some personal Just missing John and such, and some like getting a little burnt out on the tournament format. Just a lot of different factors. Opponent with a zinger of an island choice, right? That's pretty sick. I like the texture on those stones. Kind of need a mox or something here. Yeah, we're just not doing anything this turn. Just kind of hoping nothing bad happens. Absolutely, Chukasaka. Yeah, that's part of it too. There's so many different considerations. Removing as many stressors as possible during the 365 makes sense. And I fully intend to do more pre-modern streams. I thought I was going to do some this week, but I kind of want to get like a little bit more of the no holds barred before it leaves. I don't know. And then we'll have the holiday cube in. Maybe I'll jam some on like Friday or something. Someday when I can find the time to throw some pre-modern decks together. Pyrokinesis not hitting walkers is a big bummer. You're surprised that Moto has an actual pre-modern queue? I think it makes sense. I think that's what, like, catering to like community formats that just don't work on Arena is a really good spot for Magic Online. And a pre-modern scene was already growing here. Depending on what they tinker for, that Metamorph might save my ass. Oh, hello. I thought they might tap the Grim Monolith to make a retrofitter to try and keep the Narset around. Then the Pyrokinesis would actually do something. Yeah, I wonder how many people are in the pre-modern queue. Last time I checked, they were like 300 or something. $366. The Tez cometh. I would be fucking stoked if it kept growing. If we got it up to like the 800s or even over 1,000. I think we could do it. That queue has only been up there for like a week. Brutal Scrapple. Good luck with the food poisoning. Pyrokinesis would be a little bit more exciting if it had Planeswalkers, huh? Why do you only see the no holds barred queue? Because it's still up right now. If you go to the store and put in the I have it in the stream title. 2025 holidays, you get the free tokens for it. Then you go over here to limited. It says free Vintage Cube Preview League. Oh, that's the one. That's the one I'm jamming right now. That would have been a heck of a prediction of the design. Sort of. There's some old cards that hit Planeswalkers. Hey, Cravian. Thanks for the sob. Thanks for the 16 months. You hope I'm cozy and warm. Sincerely, a Minnesota neighbor. Hey, cheers, Cravian. I have indeed been staying cozy and warm. I went to a concert over the weekend. I went to a concert on Saturday that was in Chicago, and we drove there and had like a 15-minute walk. And it was like 12 degrees out and windy and stuff. So top and Citadel is just very likely to win because they can draw through their whole deck. I'm gonna give it the old F6. Oh, they just paid 6 life for Coveted Jewel, huh? I think it's like not going to take this opponent long to kill me. I'm kind of curious to see what it is. Brain Freeze. Does that defeat me? I think so. Don't have any burn here in hand. No endurance. Now I get to see my whole deck. Good for them. Well won. Which is kind of cool, because people would have jammed just for funsies. I think it's a cool avatar, too. Some stupid bird. Hell yeah. I've been pushed fatally. Yavimaya doing some work there. No, you had it right, Quarthian. Fury was Modern Horizons 2. Modern Horizons 1, in retrospect, was pretty tame. It was, like, impactful, but the impact was Urza and Yawgmoth. I guess they banned Hagak and the mana cycling 1-drop. Renin 6? I mean, Renin 6 is still in Modern. It's kind of a small percentage of the meta, too. Merry Cubemas to you, that's no head. Yeah, in hindsight, I think Renin 6 was largely fine. They didn't, like, take a stupid long time to ban it in Legacy. Opponent's showing off some power, getting a little time walk in there. Sure, sure. The Incarnations being a cycle was a little rough. A little rough for Modern Horizons 2. And then Modern Horizons 3 just, like, plopping the whole energy deck in there. It felt kind of egregious. We flash in? Sure. This is kind of what we were talking about when we crammed that Oko in here in Pack 3. It actually solves some pretty real problems that Red-Green has, which is just answering a large thing. You did the math once, and you're pretty sure Modern Horizons 3 has more relevant cards than Modern Horizons 1A and 2 combined. Alone, the energy deck is almost as many relevant cards as all Modern Horizons 2, right? It's like a huge chunk of, like, Vintage Cube, too. Did a lot of homogenizing that set. Wait, what happens if I metamorph? I should know this. I'm pretty sure you get a printed card when you copy, but I don't know if that's true when you clone. You copy the 6/6? That's kind of what I thought. Hell yeah. Metamorph also doing some very un-red-green-like things here. Alright. By Jove, I'm into it. I'm actually gonna play the Soul Caller now, and I'm a little worried about little bit worried about Reanimator stuff out of them. So this might leave my Oko a little vulnerable. Like, they kill the Vaultborn Tyrant with another removal spell, and they can serve it and kill the Oko now. But it does prevent them from reanimating the Vaultborn Tyrant that's in their graveyard. This all seems like it's going well for me, Hope this wasn't to bait out the activation, so they can, like, Yogg's Willback Time Walk or something. I could see that. Could just cast it, but I'm going to pitch cast anyway. Kind of a bad attack, because I don't want to use this to put the Grave Titan in the graveyard. Because then I won't have Soul Cauldron up, and they might be able to reanimate the Grave Titan, right? This is all pretty good. Yeah, that Oko did some hard carrying there. Yeah, and you get a fucking Toucan Puffin. Should I have that be my avatar? No, the demon's too classic. That's too classic. Let's do another draft. Let's see, it's almost 5 o'clock.